Text is are you using this for the business recording? Don't worry. I will just use it and then just search it here and copy it and paste. Yeah, the two stands put it in separate. The network is not good. Oh, domain. Move closer. Your name, please. Your name. Your own name. Your own name. First name. Manuel. Where is my phone? I think that is it. Yes. I need 0 3 Nigeria. Yeah. Two standard. Oh yeah, definitely. Just one more. Come, come. If I want to add a text again, just a plain text. Okay, you can't text that here. Music.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to say good morning to everyone and of course, welcome to this very, very beautiful program. This is Spark State, belonging to the precise, and we are actually very happy that such beautiful programs are coming up, especially for our young folks here in Paris State, especially our secondary school students. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very, very wonderful initiative by a young woman, a woman who knows that education is, of course, very, very vital and very important. Taking it forward that artificial intelligence has come to stay not only in Nigeria, but in the world. And because you are here, we're very lucky to be a part of this program. I'd like you to please put your hands together for yourself. I want you to go to the press at the right side and you to press at the left side and say you're welcome to the program. Say welcome to the press sitting here next to you. As a family, you're looking beautiful, you're looking nice, thank you for coming and all that. So ladies and gentlemen, we are here because of this is the Timothy Party, who of course has written a book on artificial intelligence. Schools have got four teachers. I'm sure here we have teachers, we have students from their schools. I would like to welcome you cordially. Well, my name is Ayobola. I'm a professional compare, and I've been working along with Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Moyo Chidi Abolari. I'm going to be anchoring this program today. Meanwhile, I will be expecting here the Honorable Commissioner for the Ministry of Education and Human Capital Development, Honorable Dr. Nawal Webe. Our book reviewer is already here, and would like to use this opportunity to, of course, bring you forward, to bring you forward to where you expected to be seated. Permit me, ladies and gentlemen, as an official compare for practical to welcome ladies and gentlemen, Professor Abdulgafar Oyemi of the Department of Statistics, University of Miami. How would you like to of course, do that. Meanwhile, let me also use this opportunity to welcome a retired Vermont retired woman, the Director for Excellence, who actually retired as the Director of Economic Affairs of the Governor's Office here in Paris. I want to welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Mrs. Ijowo. Can we give her a round of applause? Thank you very much. So, we'll do my introduction. We'll
This is
get
based on the
James
speed of
here
the
and
transport.
hopefully will tell us a little more about artificial intelligence. As our guests are coming from the House of Assembly, from Government House and all that, so once they are here, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to proceed and comments this program. Thank you all welcome.
Well, thank you very much, Mark. Please can we give the one and only Delta voice in Nigeria a round of applause. Please give a round of applause. We welcome all of our guests. We welcome all schools here represented. And we want to assure you that, of course, we make everything as fast as we should be. But of course, we will not hide or cross the T's to ensure that we live here better than we are here. And of course, I would like to start with what one of my commissioner said. He said, artificial intelligence has come to stay. And of course, there's this fear of what happens when the computers, the robots, when they understand, are they not going to replace humans? And the response is what I want to start with today. He said, of course, artificial intelligence has come to stay, and some come to take human jobs. However, those with the knowledge of artificial intelligence will surely, definitely replace those without the knowledge of artificial intelligence. And I must commend this project because the future has started. And it's a very key initiative that we're having here today. An handbook for all teachers that will allow us to build the next generation on the use of AI and how it will shape it and better education in Nigeria. Of course, I will leave us to put answer for the author. Taking this through, this can only take louder and this can only take louder. Taking this through, and of course, the focus now on the coming generation. Because every child that has the rudiments of AI will, of course, do something better than his big tools at the moment. I will say a big thank you to you one more time. Please give another round of applause. And of course, like we all know, one way or the other, we should have encountered artificial intelligence, maybe through write-ups, social media is coming in, and so many other things. And of course, we need to also know how to use it. As a matter of fact, a lot of initiatives are going into AI at the moment. And I want to congratulate all the students that are here. It's a very rare privilege to gather at this time to be a part of this. All the students here, please have put our hands together for ourselves. And of course, you agree with me, the two being handed over to teachers today to show us the smart tools for the future. Of course, there are so many AI tools. How can we effectively, efficiently use them? It's one of the things that both will be handed over to us. And of course, it will simplify learning with practical AI application. It's one thing to know the theory, to know the prompts, or how do you even put this to use? How do you effectively, like somebody said, AI does not have a mind. As a matter of fact, the person prompting is the one who determines what it does. And of course, so how do we have the right to, how do we make this simple for every one of us to be able to keep it? Is another thing this book is offering. And of course, we are shaping technology for the future. If we can build it right, the countries we've been clamoring for to go actually got it right with the youth with the school. And of course, here today, we are doing sales for Nigeria. And in 3 years' time, we will appreciate this huge investment that comes into our country. So please, again, I want us to appreciate the author one more time. This is quite unique. This is the right tech and the right place at the right point in time.
Thank you, Jimmy. Can we give him a round of applause for this? Yeah, let me use this opportunity to inform us that this program is also supported by the Daily Foundation. And I need to actually say a few things about the Daily Foundation. It's a foundation that, of course, partners with people, organizations, and of course, places. They do this because they like to promote educational things, especially. Anything that's going to promoting people, taking care of women, persons with disabilities, the sick, and all that. So they are a part of this program. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I need to welcome the principal of the school where this young lady works. I need to bring up Silver High Table. I need to confront, of course, the principal of the town, in secondary school. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please let's welcome Haja Dayat Mashura, who is the body as much older. Let's make it loud. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for coming. God bless you. And of course, I can cite, if I'm not mistaken, the St. Anthony Secondary, they're there, right? College, right? Okay. St. James. I think we need the names of the schools, please, ushers. Now we have the names of the schools that are here, so that we work. Ladies and gentlemen, and of course, all our people from the University of Illinois, and all that tertiary institutions that are here, you're welcome. I think these are the parents, your parents, right? Mrs. Fajro, are these your parents? Your parents. Okay. So that your home, you're welcome, sir. You're welcome. God bless you. Thank you so much. About for that, thank you.
Of course, permit me to also recognize one of our bosses, Mr. Yang is here. Thank you very much for having me here. Thank you, sir. And of course, I can see uh, from the Trans State Teaching Service Commission, I can see some of us, I will not be able to describe the department now, but so please can give them a round of applause. The agency in charge of teachers' welfare. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, thank you very much. Okay, permit me to quickly recognize the schools we have. We have GDSS of Calico. GDSS of Calico. Please can you stand for recognition? You're welcome. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you for coming. United CSS. Thank you for coming. Good to have you. My brother, thank you to see you. It's good to see you again. St. James CAC. Yes, thank you. It's good to have you. St. Anthony Secondary School. Thank you. Please let's give a round of applause. Thank you. SSS. Ilanko, that's Senior Secondary School. Ilanko. Thank you. GDSS, Yakob is also here represented. Thank you. Kali Anu Senior Secondary School is also here represented. Thank you. Good to have you. Bishop Smith Memorial College. Okay, thank you. Do have you. The Lorry Grammar School. Lorry Grammar School is here. Thank you. Do have you. Senior Secondary School. Good day. Senior Secondary School. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, I think. Okay, GDSS. Adeta. GDSS. Adeta. Thank you. Do have you. FASS, student day, I wrote that correctly, thank you. Tawhid Senior Secondary School Basic. Thank you. It's good to have you. I believe I've mentioned all the schools. Thank you. Please can we welcome all the schools. Thank you. It's good to have you join this discussion. All right. Sorry. I'm from GSS lady. Yes, I did GSS lady. Okay, let's all go GSS lady one more time. Let's all go one more time. Thank you. It's good to have you. Please, I did GSS lady. Another round of applause. Yes, at least you be able to say that at least I called you February. Thank you. Welcome everyone supporting this dream, supporting what we're doing here today. We are not just here, we are investing in the future of our nation, and not just our nation, our country, or the world at large. Because, like I usually say, Nigeria is going to soon become the template for development all over the world. And we are getting there, and we are starting with these steps we are taking. I want to please let's put our hands together for ourselves. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, we will take a short musical break, and then very soon we are expecting the other commissioners for education and human capital in Kwara State to join this discussion. As soon as it's here, we will start. And okay. Thank you. Feel relaxed. We will be starting very soon. Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, because of our time, and of course, we know many details of together. Yeah, because of our time, and what the call was taken forward because it's running, especially now, what fuel is and all that. So we need to start. Whoever comes to join us wherever we are. So ladies and gentlemen, shall we all rise for the national anthem? And according to the National Orientation Agency, when we do such programs, we take only the first stanza of the national anthem. And at the end of the program, I'll be looking at the mouth of everybody. If you don't know how to sing the national anthem, I'll bring you out. You really want to pay for the remaining oil that we use in this program. That's actually very nice to me. So after the count of three, if you cannot let us go, of course, recite it together. One, two, three. Nigeria, yes, we are all amazing. Don't try and don't stay in brotherhood we stand. Nigeria is so proud to stand as sovereign mother. Let's put our hands together for ourselves and our ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to this Thursday, the 23rd day of the month of April, year 2026. We are here for Ms. Adrian, and of course, she's launching a book, Artificial Intelligence. Let us commit this program into the hands of God Almighty. So we hand over to the likely Moyo. Okay, Apola, here before that, our doctor, Mrs. Omo, please can you do us the honor of the prayer. Shall we pray? Thank you. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you.
Yes, we come just seeing this lecture. Escape.
Thank you very much. Please let's give ourselves another round of applause. Of course, again, permit me to welcome each and every one of us here this morning. We're talking about artificial intelligence. Was in an article that will help teachers know how to pass this message, this global message to our students. And we want to say thank you to everyone who has joined this discussion. Like we said, we're going to make everything very quick and fast. But of course, we will draw the eyes and we will cross the T's. But we're going to do something very quickly because we need to take a dive into what AI truly is. And of course, we're moving to a session of two movers bringing forward restoration finding who, of course, will become. Right, I've also been informed that we have the representative of the Kwara State Armed Forces President. We have Comrade Ali Kumar here. Thank you very much. Please come forward, ushers. Please can you help me bring the representative of the Armed Forces President in Kwara State? Please help me bring him forward to the results. Restoration value is here, and of course, it's spoken. Can we give a round of applause? That's the people we're talking about. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, please can we give another chance to, let's give another round of applause.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you. Please shall we give another round of applause? We are starting on our board. I think I'm loud enough. Okay. Okay, I have to do something as we are starting. Especially to one person by the side and tell them, do you know much about that? You know, there's no one I'm trying to let me Okay, I think we are not getting it. See, we are here, this is not a classroom. I feel we all know that. I know we have to share. I want us to feel at home. We are all launching one of the two sports. And of course, for you to enjoy everything that will come from here, we need to be at home with the next person. Maybe you reach a point. It's not somebody you are spoken to. It's difficult to ask what have they said. You know, if you are facing out on your own. So I want you to feel at home. Okay, maybe the question I asked, let's be artificial intelligence. Ask the question. I think that is easier, right? Okay, let's do that. I want us to interact very well. So you ask now. Okay, teachers are sitting close. How do I now ask my teacher? Okay, I'm now facing my teacher and ask my teacher, how was your night? Okay, I don't understand. So let's give ourselves a little round of applause. Don't worry, we settle that. Usually I used to be afraid. Because teachers, there is no problem. Then you take it back, where is your staff room? Oh, you're back here. Thank you. All right, we move on very quickly. And of course, like we said, we want to talk all the heights, of course, as soon as the other commissioner is here, taking his address and then we'll move on. But at this point, I would like to bring forward the, the writer of this book we are launching today, Mommy Mrs. She may not be reading her speech at this moment. I just want her to welcome everyone. He was a little background on what motivated her, what was cheating him. People are still thinking of writing what I'm got would love to know what the father thank you very much. Please let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you, my daddy and my mommy for the love. Thank you, my wonderful and awesome students. Thank you for coming. Good morning to all our family teachers. Please, we are teachers there. Please give yourself a round of applause. You deserve the best. If you are students, thumbs up for yourself. Students in the house, I want to see you. Thumbs up. You are doing it. Thank you very much. It's my princess joy to see everyone here. It is not my name. It's the grace. Artificial intelligence is something new, but a lot of teachers, students are not aware of what they can use this to do. Now, what motivated me is my curiosity for learning. How I can make teaching more interesting, more fun, more interactive. Then to allow students to be able to learn further. You don't roll around with your mobile phone. Not until you have a laptop or a tablet before you can use it. Without little gadgets that you have in your hand, you can go a long way. Now, there are lots of things that we use artificial intelligence to. There are lots of things that we use our mobile phones for, but in which a lot of us, we are not using it positively. This is one of the things that creating one interesting learning environment. Here students can learn at ease. Creating integrating the digital tools. These digital tools are not something that now when the question comes, what are the AI tools? The AI tools are the things that we use. When we use our mobile phone, when you take in your phone and you take it along, there are a lot of things that we can do with it. You don't have to wait for an expensive phone. have access to your current food. Isn't it you have access? No, you have access to it. But what are the things? Let me ask this. What are the things that you feel you can do? Which of those do you use for content? You use ChatGPT. Can we have know that make that AI without myself? I want us to have a game from one. Please, a round of applause. Very critical from there. Now, when you want to do calligraphy, you want to do some creativity. Every single time, that's why I said, do we actually know the path of this around? It can give us a lot of things. While we are still waiting for that expensive laptop, while we are waiting for that expensive tablet, you have your parents on your phone. You can get access to it.
Just notice. Yeah.
Okay. Please make that AI. Now, there's some basic one. Common one, easy to navigate, which will not actually take more of our data in their data frame. But if you don't really know it, you won't be able to have access. Thank you very much. Now, make that AI. Please, let's set up the first one.
Please.
Now, can you see this icon? Which icon is this? Meta. How do you know the meta? Thank you. Beautiful. Please let me give him a round of applause. I know that
That's
word.
right.
It's a recent. Some of us don't take note of this. That was not the visual icon. It was the recent. It's the one that says
It's present.
it's the recent. I know that word recent. So that means we should be complacent. Parents please have more details. If we are having it in parents, I think our government is out of round for helping us in parents to launch this artificial intelligence. So it shows our students and the teachers in parents are the best. Are you not the best? Please help yourself. Here we have the parents. Please come on now to the second one. What do you think? Please, I want to understand. Do you know it? No. Like, anyone from that stage there? Thank you. ChatGPT. Oh, yes. Can we go to the next one? Please, I want this game around us and our teachers as well. Please, and also the next one. The next, make that AI tools. Sorry. Okay. I'm not accident. Who knows this? I'm not accident. Okay, so next, this one will be AI tools. All this things are the next one. Anyone? Please, anyone will say one. No. Okay, thank you. You? No. No. Please, you know girl, please. No. Okay. This icon is an icon. No. Can we have the next one, please? The next icon. Do you know this icon? This is an AI. Do you know it? No. The next one. We show this. Can we have the next one? Another AI too. We show this. Next, next, please. Next, next. Yes, that's it. Yes. Anyone from our students here? Please, teacher. Anyone from our students? Oh my God. We all get this. Oh, this day it's very, very important. Next one, please. Next one, please. Do we know this icon? No. Next, please. This is Canva. Beautiful Canva. All right. The next one. The next one. Do we know this from our students? Do we know this icon? This AI too. Please, for one and older students, anyone? Oh my God. Now, let me now ask this question. So where do you think that this AI tool that we want to talk to? In the States or in the country, not only you. If you look on me, and these are the simplest and common AI tools that could help us to navigate in the future that can assist us to learn every day. So I'll be handing over the mic to Will.
Thank you very much. Thank you, a round of applause. This can we welcome the Honorable Commissioner for Education and Human Capital Development in Kwara State, Honorable Dr. Wow, Lord President. Can we keep restarting? Thank you very much, Dad. It's good to have you join this discussion. Also, the chief launcher is here, Mr. Damilola Mubera Shitu. So, please come forward and join the item assistance to the commissioner. Please can we give a round of applause? One of the foundations supporting what we do here. Thank you very much. We again want to welcome the Honorable Commissioner for Education and Human Capital Development in Kwara State. The man doing it right. And of course, I can proudly say he has brought innovation, creativity, and of course, foresight into education in Kwara State. I want to say thank you for all that you do and will continue to do. All right, so we move very quickly. Of course, this time, because of our time, I said it's a good time to have the writer reader. Of course, please let's give a round of applause. We also have media intelligence. This is not an also want to welcome us and of course make our remarks. How do you present? How do you present?
Good morning, everyone. Your Excellency, the Representative of Kwara State, Malam Habiraman Habirazak, CRN Chairman Nigerian Governors Forum, NGF, Our Excellency, Ambassador Professor Kolake Abdulrazak, First Lady of Kwara State, the 10th Speaker, Kwara State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Engineer Soliu Yakub Damani, and Ambassador Abdul Fattah Yasserki, the Chairman, Cousin Groups, the Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Education and Human Capital Development, Dr. Lawal Olorunbebe, the Chairman, House Committee on Education, Honorable Soliu Babar Borgia, the Executive Chairman, Power State Universal Basic Education Board President, Professor Abdurrahim Adaramajo, the Executive Chairman, Power State Teaching Service Commission, FESCOM, Malam Tawheed Bello Abubakar, Permanent Secretary Service Welfare AG, Head of Service, Dr. Isi Olukoke Nesbishitu, Honorable Commissioner for Communication, Honorable Male Olukoju, Mr. Mubarak Damola Shitu, the Daily Shitu Foundation, Professor Abdulgafar Matomi Oyeri of the Department Statistics, University of Ilorin, Book Reviewer, Dr. Oluriola Oluwakemi, the Program Director, and Dr. Sarah Atola, Facilitator for AI in Pedagogy, Distinguished Guest of Colonel, University INE, Chairman, Technology, Keynote Speaker, family members, members of the press, respected educators, and well-wishers. It is with great joy, gratitude, and humility that I welcome you all to the official launch of my book titled Artificial Intelligence Book for Teachers. So it's not just about the unveiling of the book, it is an historic milestone in the national history of education in our dear state, Kwara State. It is new chapter for education in our schools, our communities, and our future. As an educator, I have always believed that education remains the bedrock of any great and prosperous society, and one of the greatest tools for transforming human life. However, we will all agree with me that we are all living in a rapid, changing world, where technology is shaping every aspect of society, including the way we teach and learn. Artificial intelligence is no longer a distant idea of the future. It is already here. It is changing classrooms around the world. Thus, the need to transmute my knowledge and experience into book in a bid that are practical guide for teachers in effectively integrating artificial intelligence AI in teaching. It is imperative to know that this book was written to help teachers understand that artificial intelligence is not meant to replace teachers. No, it can't replace teachers. Rather, it is designed to support teachers, simplify the work, and improve lesson preparation, encourage creativity, and help learners achieve better outcomes in their learning. There is no gainsaying in the fact that many teachers have the burning desire to leverage on technology to make the work simpler, faster, and easier. But do not know where to start. Some are afraid that AI may be too difficult, too expensive, or too technical. This handbook was created to remove those fears. It provides practical guidance, simple explanations, and useful tools that teachers can apply in their classrooms immediately. My vision is to see teachers becoming more confident, more innovative, and more productive in the use of AI for teaching, assessment, lesson planning, classroom management, and professional development. Having individuals with this idea that set the frame, the transformative book, I would like to use this medium to express my preferred gratitude to Almighty God for bringing this laudable project completion. Equally, my sincere appreciation goes to our able and indefatigable governor of Kwara State, Madam Abdulrazak through the Honorable Commissioner for Education. Thank you so much for giving me this privilege. I need to pause a bit at this junction. Last year, when the training began, I did this training online, and I wrote to the Honorable Commissioner. He welcomed that idea, and he said I should proceed. He gave me that platform to train teachers last year, September, 4th of September last year. Teachers from Kwara State were trained on the use of artificial intelligence. Please, a round of applause for our honorable commissioner. Not all commissioners will welcome this idea. I'm a classroom teacher. I don't even know him, but my work showed up on the table. And it really does make me decide that good and possible. Because it's a man that welcomes innovation, it's a man that believes in community development. He's a man that believes in changes. If we can have a teaching in our midst that can do this, why not? When we have expatriates that ask to be sent from other foreign countries, we want to do this training. We have someone in Kwara State that can as well do this. He welcomed that. He gave me that platform to train. And these and many more quest for my vision to go in with the support from all other stakeholders, from all other institutions, that I can go ahead. When the vision came to me, I needed to, there was a lot of teachers were asking, people students, what are these AI tools? What can I do? What does it? Now, this book has been put together. All what you need to know about AI is already inside the AI. And this is the first of its kind, not only in Kwara. This is for artificial intelligence program. Tools for teachers, designed for teachers. Please, we can search for it online. The recent one that was launched in February was artificial intelligence tool for communications and technology. But we don't have this for teachers. This is the first of its kind. Please, let us embrace it. Let us welcome and appreciate our professionals for welcoming innovation, for bringing it to life, for not only teachers benefit, even the students as well to benefit from it. I continue from my I find equally my sincere appreciation goes to our able in the field of law through the Honorable Commissioner for creating an elected environment for innovation and creativity in the state education sector. Dr. Nawa Olorudebere has not only motivated or encouraged, he has brought education revamping into Kwara State. Education revamping the education sector in Kwara State, where you can see teachers stand tall. You can see teacher students bringing in innovation, different ideas, and they are bringing winning notable progress into the Kwara State. Thank you so much. May the good Lord continue to strengthen you, sir. Never relent in your good work, sir. Thank you so much. My immense gratitude also goes to my family. Thank you so much, my husband, my children. You are the best. My family, colleagues, thank you so much. My honorable and admirable principal, Mrs. Oyebode, thank you. If you have shut me down as a teacher in your school, I can't be here. You gave me that platform as well from the school. I train teachers, and this not only lovely initiative, we have been using it and it's working for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. So far in making this project a reality. Equally in my profound appreciation also goes to the distinguished guests of honor, taking time out of their busy schedule. Mr. Gerard Danilola, the Village Christian Foundation, thank you so much for taking out the time to be at the present out of your busy schedule for all of these occasions. Your presence here today means a lot to me. It's my healthcare prayer that in every area of life, you will not all lack a bit of maintenance. As the Lord does go, I encourage every teacher, school leader, and education stakeholders to embrace learning, innovation, and digital transformation. Let us not be afraid of the future. Let us prepare for it. Together, we can build a classroom where technology and human creativity work ahead, enhanced to produce better learners and better society. My students, you will all agree with me. Doesn't want you to have this. Thank you very much. Thank you all for coming. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Please, can we give the writer another round of applause? Because there's so many things one have all it takes was to create the blueprint, the template for the entire world. And of course, I did something from our speech. In education in Kwara State, creativity is our watchword. Let's start thinking outside the walls of our schools and see the global space as our workspace. Of course, AI has come to stay. We need to learn to embrace it, use it effectively and efficiently. And of course, this is another historical landmark, not just for Kwara State, for education globally. So, I will give another round of applause. Thank you very much for bringing this forward at this point in time. And you agree with me that we are doing well in Kwara. The atmosphere is right for every creative mind. We don't need to do anyone to do any creative Kwara as it stands. And that's one of the needs that His Excellency has been able to show us that, of course, we need to know anyone. Let your work speak for you. And of course, the writer, the author, has confirmed that indeed you don't need to know somebody in government. Once it is good enough, present it. And of course, the great minds handling Kwara State will always embrace it. That is what His Excellency has got for us. This can give His Excellency honor by the man of the heart. Talking about me, this is on the lighter note. But you know, I remember growing up, the way to know a big man is where they sit in their car. They have what we call the owner's corner. How many of us remember owner's corner? Once you see the owner of the car, that place is always reserved for them. But the last 8 years, I noticed in Kwara State that I'm sure we no longer have owner's corner. Do you agree with me? Do you notice that? Did you notice that even your guys don't sit at the back now? Everyone sits in the back. And I know by the time our honorary commissioner will be going back now, it is Mr. Abayomi that will sit at the last one. And the honorary commissioner will be informed. It is just to tell us that, of course, nothing is cancelled. We all have that privilege, we all have that opportunity. We just need to identify it. And of course, we will be there. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Let's give Madam Abdurrahman Abdulrazak another round of applause for making this possible. You may not understand some of these little things, but of course, it builds the future because once you understand that these barriers are no longer there, it allows you to think far outside the box. I'll say big thank you for that. Please give yourself another round of applause. Okay. I don't know. On this side of the divide, when we ask us to clap for others, we do it better. But when it comes to our turn, we don't like clapping for ourselves. I don't know, maybe we are just being timid. And you're about to say it is how you present something that others will take it from you. And so again, if the author has written this book and we all are not seated here today, this program will still not be a success. Imagine maybe it's only the commissioner that's sitting or our sponsor of leadership to sitting, just the two of them, the people in front, and everybody here is not here. You know it's not going to be easy, right? So we are also very special, very important to this program. So again, please let's give ourselves a travel round. Thank you. All right, we'll move very quickly. Um, this time we will be going straight into the book review because the author has given us a few insights into some of the things that we find in our book and helpful tools that we did available that we expect, of course, that we will all build on that. But of course, permit me to bring forward our special guest speaker, who also doubles as a book reviewer for today from the Department of Statistics, University of Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. Please let's welcome Professor Abdulrahman Oyeyemi, who will be coming to do justice to what we have in this book, so that we know what indeed this is what everything. Let's make it louder.
The name of Almighty God is most beneficent, was merciful. Honorable Commissioner for Education, Market Development, the book author, the author of this book. Before I stand on the same protocol, I will recognize or appreciate the principal of the author, Professor Mark, the other member of the high table, and my friend that we came together, Laji Abdulaziz, the CEO of Manabis Venture. And with that, I will take the permission to stand on the same protocol. Good morning, students. Good morning, teachers, as well as the invited guests. I'm here to review the book authored by Mrs. Paddy Benedicta previously. It's the task is twofold because for me to just use maybe 5 10 minutes to review what someone has taken to do for months or even years, see that it's an instrument task. But you permit me to just summarize it as much as possible before, because if I'm to do the thorough review, it will take us hours. But these are the ways I do not want to waste most of our time. The book is titled Artificial Intelligence Tools Handbook for Teachers. It's a practical guide for smart teaching. The book has 5 chapters. And in addition to that chapter, there's what we call summary section to that book. I'll be taking this chapter by chapter. And as I've said, just I will get an indulgence to just forgive me for being too brief, because if I go to the details, I will be wasting the time of our honorable commissioner and go text schedule want to take his lead. The first chapter, that is find it from pages 1 to 8. And that chapter is titled Understanding Artificial Intelligence in Education. Understanding Artificial Intelligence in Education. This chapter gives clear definition when it comes to how do we a kind of accessible explanation of AI concepts for non-technical educators. So you don't have to be technical because of kind of simplify the technicalities when it comes to the usage of AI and aiding or assisting the educators or teachers and teaching or educating students. This chapter, this chapter also provides practical relevance by connecting AI to real Nigerian educational context. And the author tries to focus further state initiatives. And it balances by emphasizing the perspective of AI tools, by emphasizing AI as teaching support, not teacher replacement. You will see that when the author was trying to give introduction, AI is not coming to replace teachers. So we don't need to be scared of the reality that AI will take my job. No, AI is coming as a support for teachers, not as a replacement. Then the chapter one also gives a kind of comprehensive categorization of AI, a kind of comprehensive categorization of AI. So on table one, you see the AI tools by category. Here you have the content, one for content creation, for design, language support, etc. And then there are usefulness. That is what we are going to see in chapter one of the book. So the key concept or highlight of chapter one is that it gives a strong emphasis on personalized learning and inclusive education. Not only that, the chapter one gives a practical example on digital Gemini, objectivity, Gemini, Skillbox, Canva, and Grammarly. So it gives this practical example on all those AI tools. Then finally, it addresses the infrastructure challenges that one may encounter while making use of these AI tools, among which are the interconnectivity of internet. You know that this AI tools depends on the internet. Without internet, cannot have use of this AI. So there are some after downloading them, you can use them offline. But get better use of them for connectivity. Also talk about the organization of cost as part of infrastructure services that are relevant to the Nigerian schools. That is all about chapter one, as I said. It spans between pages 1 and 8. But that takes us to chapter 2. In chapter 2, it is titled the overview of key AI tools for teachers. So in this chapter, the author takes these AI tools one by one and look at them, their merit, demerit, and so on and so forth. So 5 clear categories of these AIs were given. The one for teaching content only. That is AIs that they can be used for teaching content creation. The second one category or the second category is AIs that you can use for assessment for we teachers that they want to make it easy of assessing our students. So there are some categories of AI tools that come handy that can be used for such purpose. Then the third category of AI is productivity, where the fourth one is design, and the last one is research, and this one is we in academics that of very important to us. when we want to do research, there are a lot of AI tools that are always appealing to us. But these are the things, even at primary secondary school level, you can see basis of those AI tools for research. Then it moves on to specific tool recommendation. So each tool includes how to use them, then the benefits of using them. That is, taking this tool, after look at it, how do we use this tool, then the benefits that are good to the user that are using them. Then the author does not stop at that only. They use what we call subject-specific examples. Maybe CRS, maybe IRA, maybe technology, and so on. That is what we subject specific. So the author went as detailed as that. So the notable tools under its categories now are for content creation. For content creation, we have ChatGPT, we have Gemini, we have Toolbox, and Legend Lab. So all these are the introductory part of the author. Those the AI tools that are being displayed for us. So some of them are already displayed for us, only that we don't know their names. The second category is on assessment, and the tools the AI tools for such purpose include quizzes, double form, Edmodo, grade scope. Those are the AI tools for purpose of assessment. The third category is for productivity. We have Northern AI, is Fellow, Microsoft Copilot, and so on and so forth. But for design, we have Canva, we have Toby, we have Beautiful.ai, then we have Animoto. All these AI tools are for design, for students that are interested in designing. Want to design maybe flex and so on. So this AI tools come handy. And when we get to the how to in the later part of the chapter, we also took us through on how to engage our students in making use of these tools so that at that level we can guide them on how to use AI. As you can say, if the teachers are conversant with these AI tools, then it will be easier for them to impart knowledge, not only knowledge, then how to use these AI tools. Chapter 3 runs between ages 20 and 29, and that chapter is titled Practical Applications of AI Tools in the Classroom. And this is what interests me most in this book because the author gave the practical illustration of each AI tool. We take the AI tool, practicalize it, not just theory. Theory is just telling us the good English what to do. No, he gave a practical illustration. So I say that this is the first chapter for immediate classroom implementation. Subject specific scenario. For instance, the author considered economics. Economics, one of the topics is advertising. And he illustrated a particular tool on how to use it for advertisement. And for English literature, he took a particular book, which is Pattern of Science, and illustrated how to use the AI for the teachers to teach this particular book in literature, and as well as CRS and the topic to the interpretation of Jesus. She went on civil education. So she looked at subjects after subject, the specific topic is the subject and the meanings of the AI to illustrate them or to practicalize each one of them. In terms of comprehensive coverage, the book addresses lesson planning, teaching delivery, and student support, creativity, administration, and even counseling. So it's not something on only practicalizing this. It gives a kind of comprehensive coverage of each of these AI tools in terms of addressing the lesson plan, taking particular subjects, as I said, economics. You want to get lesson plan for it. The illustrated has to go. Then the student support, the creativity, administration of the lesson plan, and even the counseling of the student. The case study include improving essay writing with AI. So this is a particular case study in which the author look at how to use AI to improve essay writing in English, and it provides a concrete implementation example. The standout feature of this particular chapter is that it has a differentiated learning, and this is in terms of strong coverage of adaptive learning for diverse student needs. For diverse student needs, because students are not equally endowed. So there's a way you can group your students based on their endowment, level of endowment, so that when you are imparting knowledge, you don't just group them together. You know that okay, the level of these students is a bit higher than this, and based on that, you look at the adaptive learning method for them. Then you have project learning, and this one is a form of project, giving students projects, and ask them to use appropriate AI tool to execute that project. A form of assignment, but not written assignment this time around, but they have to use AI tool to execute such project-based learning. The next chapter, which is chapter 4, and that one pages 30 and 37. It is titled Ethics and Challenges in Using AI. As you all know, every tools, every what have you have ethics of usage. So we don't just say yes, I can use AI and apply it without considering the ethics that comes with that usage of AI. So we also look at some critical ethical issues that are pertaining to usage of AI. The critical importance includes it addresses the most pressing concern in AI education, and it looks at the structural ethical framework, and this structural ethical framework address seven principles. Seven principles. First one is transparency. Transparency. Is to let people know that yes, I'm using AI. That is, you don't need to be thinking about it because we are in an IT world. So this thing, as we have said, is come, it has come to make us to learn and to teach, to learn for the students and for teachers. It has come to make us in teaching for students. So if you are using AI, it's not the kind of hiding it that I don't want my colleagues to know that I'm using AI. No. So that's what we are transparency and privacy, fairness, accountability, academic integrity, human oversight, and safety. These principles are broken down by the author. And as I said, if I have to take us through, it will take us a lot of time because we have to respect privacy, because we need to respect the privacy of the individual, even the user, the person that we are applying to. Fairness, accountability, academic integrity. If you are giving an essay topic and you want to use AI to assist you in writing essay, there's nothing wrong with that. First, you must acknowledge that references can be used. Not only that, you don't do copy and paste. That is, you get this help from AI, then you take it for your lab to create. Now, no, you have to make your own input. It's not whatever you get from that AI tool. You don't copy and paste. So that's what the academic integrity. Because you have your own input. AI is just to assist you, give you ideas. So it's not there for you to paraphrase, and all these things is what the author has come to give to the teachers, so that they will teach the students on how to use the AI, not only use AI, and look at the principle, ethical usage of that AI. And the author also looks at the risk assessment table. That is, the risk involved and why using AI, and the table was given on page 4.1, page 2. Let me, because there is something that really interests us. That page 2. Yes. So the common ethical issues are given, like data privacy. So here we look at AI to collect personal data. So when we collect personal data, because AI use, as we, for instance, if you go to ChatGPT and we have the AI tool to give us the information, let's say we have the AI to give us information about the economic commissioner for education. You slide them on the net. Within a couple of seconds, you have those set of programs of our honorary commissioners. The AI tool will not only give the source of his information, that where he gets all those things from, to give that, but at the same time, there's what we call data privacy. There's some information that needs to be protected about individuals. It's not everything that we will not kind of enforcing the law in this country. That is why you see all these bloggers, what have you, they are just blocking anything, everything. But until law start to take its force on them, that is why some of them want it to order. So the risk involved is the misuse of data, risk of misuse or data leaks. Then the other basically is bias and discrimination. What we mean by that is that some AIs may favor certain language or culture. So the risk there is that my time is and we quickly round up. As I've said, there is no more time because, as I've said, I'm to review what someone has done for months within 30 minutes. That is very appealing for me. We look at the last chapter, which is chapter 5, and that can be noted from pages 38 to 49, and it is titled Strategies for Effective Integration of AI Tools. What are the strategies, what are the procedures, what are the techniques you can use to have effective integration of AI as a tool while teaching as teachers? So the first aspect the author looks at is implementation focus, and this provides actionable steps rather than just theory. In the book, the author tries to take the readers how to even download, not only download, how to open, how to use. It's all there in the book. It's all there, so it's actionable steps. Then addresses teacher resistance and gradual adoption. Because when it comes to changes, some people are afraid of when there are new things. Some people have that phobia that do I do this thing? Do I need to go through this first? So it addresses that. Then stakeholder different clarify roles of teachers, students, because these are the stakeholders. The students, teachers, as well as the government and the parents. Then he recommended models that can be used for the implementation of this strategy. The first one is a SAMR model, and that S stands for substitution, A for augmentation, M for modification, and R for definition. The second model is what we call T-PAC model. T-PAC model. And T stands for technology, P for pedagogy, C for content, and A for knowledge. And this integration is presented, we started as follows: awareness and orientation, teacher training and professional development. The third one is start small and scale gradually. Let's just start small, let's just start somewhere. Then curriculum and tools from our existing curriculum. And the fifth one is collaboration and peer learning. So there must be collaboration among the teacher, then the student as well. Six, administrative process integration. And this is where our honorable commissioners comes in. Then the seventh one is student involvement and creativity. The eighth, policy development. The policy statement about usage of AI tools in primary and secondary schools. And finally, monitoring and evaluation. These are very key. Because even if you get whatever, you must be monitoring as well as evaluating the process. So if being as way, I will quickly look at what I will suggest to the author, maybe for second edition and what have you. So this is all about editing, because we in academics, you always look at very minute or whatever things, like number of people, number of figures, so all those things are very key. Then the pricing of all these items, maybe the author may need to find them. So some of them are free online, but some you can only get 5,000. The moment you want to get advanced usage of it, you need to be get license. And then I wouldn't know if the identity detection software or AI tools are also be included in the tool. Then let me quickly go to the overall assessment of the book. The book, the beauty of the book is that every chapter, the author provides discussion questions. That is the question for the both the teachers and the students to discuss, which is very key. This is a way of getting feedback from the students to know to the extent they have kind of assimilate what the teacher is taking them. Then there is also teacher activities for every chapter. That is, at the end of each chapter, there is activity for the teacher to perform, either in the class or at home. There is a dedicated section in this book where the author has the learning objectives based on the chapter, the key subject, key concepts, as well as examples. Then there is a space for the reader to give a kind of reflection for each of the chapters. This handbook that is Padim Benefita, which is titled rather AI artificial intelligence and for secondary school. It's a practical, well-structured, guided, aimed at Nigerian primary and secondary school teachers. It successfully bridges theoretical AI concepts with classroom applications. This book represents a significant contribution to AI education in Nigeria, particularly for parent-facing educational reform in the 20s. It Fadimo has created an accessible practical resource that acknowledges local constraints while adhering to global standards. This book will serve as a model for AI teacher training across not only Kwara State but Nigeria as a whole. with wide acceptance and official endorsement by the Ministry of Education, which Honorable Commissioner is stating, this handbook will successfully achieve its stated purpose and what is that helping teachers move from traditional educators to digital initiatives while maintaining ethical standards and center a lot of teaching. So on this note, I want to appreciate the author of this book, Ms. Fatima, for giving me the privilege to review this very important handbook for our students in both primary and secondary school. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Please, only Professor Frank Martin, another round of applause. Let's do the Bible. Professor Martin is a professor of materials analysis, its application and data science. Of course, he has supervised over 100 undergraduates, 40 MSc dissertations, over 12 PhD theses. And I think he has a also a member of several academic societies, and you agree with me that he kept analysis review of the book we have worked on. Please give him another round of applause. All right, we also still have a second review. I believe this will be very short, but of course, permit me to quickly recognize the presence of some of our special guests that came while the review was going on. In no particular order, but of course, permit me to recognize a man who has been doing excellently well and invested hugely into education in the South local government area of France. Please let's welcome the executive chairman of local government area of France, the Honorable Abdullah. Thank you very much. You did so well, so much in education and of course infrastructure everywhere you go in Kwara. Thank you, good to have you here, sir. Also, we have here the Office of Special Assistant on Digital Innovation to the Executive Governor of Kwara State. We have here Honorable Kayode Ishola. Honorable Kayode Ishola is here. Thank you very much. Let's give you a round of applause. Also, we have another special guest of honor, Alaja Nusrat Mustafa. Alaja Nusrat Mustafa is here. Please give her a round of applause. Thank you for joining us. And of course, from the office of, okay, please permit me to also introduce the head of admin office of Sustainable Government Goals in Kwara State, representing the special guest of honor, the special assistant to Council Governor on SDG, Ajia General Assembly, is here being represented by Abdulaziz or Lasukon Inshallah. Thank you very much. It's good to have you here. I'm also aware we have Dr. Saaduddin. Thank you very much for joining this discussion. We move very quickly, and of course, also need to bring forward our second book reviewer, Mr. Babatunde Aye. Babatunde Aye is here. All right, thank you. Please let's give him a round of applause. We're coming forward, and of course, you have a seat in the front, so as soon as you come, you do this, you have a seat in front here. So please let's give Mr. Babatunde Aye a round of applause.
I think I will be giving keynote address instead of the book. So mine, as I was introduced at mine, opportunity also part of the one. So, distinguished guests, honorable commissioner for education, representatives of Kwara State government, esteemed author, and members of this young group, principals, head teachers, lecturers, educators from across Kwara, guest students, and young future teachers. These are great men. It's a profound honor to stand before you today instead of family to deliver this keynote address and the official launch of the AI tool for teachers. This is not just the launch of a book, it's the launch of a quiet revolution in how we teach and how our children learn in Kwara State and across Nigeria. For too long, many teachers have viewed artificial intelligence as something distant, complex, or even threatening. Today, with this practical tool in our hands, that narrative will change. This brings AI down from the cloud, places it directly into the hands of the most important people in our education system, which are the teachers. Let us be honest and be hopeful at the same time. Teaching is one of the noblest yet most demanding professions. To manage large classes, handle different learning abilities, prepare notes, mark assignments, counsel students, and still find time to inspire young minds. Artificial intelligence is not here to replace you, as our professor said earlier. It is here to empower you. The tools already in this book can help you to, number one, instantly create personalized lesson plans, generate engaging teachers' materials in Yoruba, English, and other local languages, automatically create objects, tests, and provide instant feedback, identify students who are struggling early and suggest targeted interventions, translate complex concepts into simple, relatable examples, part of the teaching stacks so you can focus on what matters most, which is actual teaching and mentoring. In Kwara State, where we have urban schools and rural schools, this handbook is particularly timely. AI tools can help bridge the gap between well-resourced and less resourced classrooms. A teacher in the village can now access the same quality of teaching support as one of the state capital. This is the power of democratizing AI for education. I congratulate the author. I didn't want to congratulate the author because I think I'm kind of part of the process to this group and this occasion. So I really would want to use this opportunity to congratulate her. And all contributors for creating a handbook that is not theoretical but practical, written by educators for educators. It addresses our local realities, large classes, limited resources, connectivity challenges, and the need to preserve our cultural values while embracing modern tools. This is AI with African Sudan and the Kwara artist. However, with great tools comes great responsibility. We must ensure that AI in our classroom does not widen inequality but reduce it. We must ensure that AI in our classroom does not widen inequality but reduce it. We must protect student data, maintain academic integrity, and never allow technology to replace the human connection and make teaching truly transformative. The handbook recognizes teachers on these ethical considerations. To all the teachers present here today, this handbook is your companion. Start small, master through this week, share what you learned with the colleague. That is how we can try to get ourselves included in this wonderful tool. From AI, teachers communicate in the schools and local government area. The future of education in Nigeria depends on confident, digitally empowered teachers like you. To the government and the education authorities, please support this movement. Not just if you have the opportunity of support of this program, so we can really have the effect of AI, because it's a very, very important tool that can really accelerate education. Support the movement, provide affordable data devices where possible, and continuous training so no teacher is left behind. Integrate AI literacy into our teacher training colleges and continuous professional development programs. To the young people and the students here, let these tools now. The best teacher of tomorrow will be those who will combine human work, subject mastery, and intelligent use of AI. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the launch of this book, the launch of this AI tool handbook for teachers marks a significant milestone in Quara's journey towards education transformation. When our teachers are equipped, when our teachers are equipped, our children will soar. When our class becomes smarter, our state becomes stronger. Let this book be the spark that ignites empowered teaching across every school in Kwara, from the banks of the River Niger to the bustling classroom of learning. Let us commit today to raising a generation of students who are not consumers of technology, but creators and critical thinkers in the age of AI. I want to thank the visionary author again and the team behind this book. Well done. Thank you to every teacher who wakes up every day to shape the future of our state. God bless our teachers that are here. God bless Kwara State. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, sir. Please come give Mr. Robert again another round of applause. Thank you, sir. Close, let's give this initiative all the support it needs, because this, of course, is all we need at this very point in time. Thank you very much for that, sir. Please let's give him another round of applause. We very quickly, this will be out of here very soon. Please bear with us. But of course, earlier I told us that we have here principals in the party government, people from the state executive council here, and those will be hearing from one or two, and this is very important. Then, but before then, I would like to bring forward, I told us that we also have a foundation supporting this dream, the DHE2 Foundation. Please I'll give them a round of applause. And we have here Mr. DHE2, who is representing our foundation, and bringing forward to speak to us this very important one. Please let's give him a round of applause. Forward. Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to start with
I actually thought I would, launch this book today, but I think I would do both at the same time. But I want to appreciate the very thorough job that the book revealed from that, sitting here and open, my mind beyond, the theme of the book itself, which you might say, directed at, teachers. I think, this is a book that, needs to be on the shelf of, every household, every school, every organization, because, in our own things, we are all teachers. In our home, we are grandparents, teachers, your own children. If you are a CEO at work, you are, teacher, teacher to, your subordinate. And, AI tools have come to, help reinvent, how, teaching, is carried out. We all see it here that, and it's, been acknowledged by you and, also the authors that, AI tools can never replace, because the organization, a human mentor, right? Because of, physical, emotional intelligence, that also right. So, I'll speak a little bit about, relational foundation and, the title, of healthcare, youth empowerment and human capital development, as well as education. We supported, students around France and Nigeria, with scholarships, support for, pre-com, students, and, a lot of other programs like, kitting of, school materials, like bags, disciple, textbooks, socks, shoes, and all sorts. But, something is critical here. Most of the people standing on the right, my right hand side are, our future. They are the future, of tomorrow. And basically, they are the reason, why we are here, today. I want to acknowledge, the smart work the smart,
I have experience in this. I'm exposed to this. Commissioner, please, if you allow me, I want to come and explain to you. Say, no, that's fine. Come the next day, on the 19th, and she was in my office. When she got there, she said a lot of things. I noticed her oral English. I was just like, I said, you do that. Is it why I need this message? Okay, no problem. Let's have it. So, she said a lot of things, and I was like, bring your proposal. I'll talk to His Excellency. What's her? Are you sure she has what it takes to actually do it? Your Excellency, that's why I have recommended her. And she approved the implementation of financial implication at the same time as the confidence of every part of the state. We funded them coming and going back. We fed them as well. While she was at the center doing everything they did. What are we saying here? Teachers are not just ordinary civil servants. They are not just ordinary civil servants. These are people we need to work with. That's exactly what we are trying to do here. If we have other teachers, I'm telling you now, if you have ideas, come to me while I'm saying yours. We don't know we're taking over after me. So, if you have any idea, His Excellency Madam Abraham is ready to fund. She's not the only teacher. Presently, we are working with another set of teachers who have ideas. Bring it on. I have never for once deceived myself by believing that everything about education I understand it. It's not possible. Yes, I'm your commissioner. Doesn't mean I know it all. Teachers have been in the class for more than 30 years while I was doing some other things. So the experience they have, the exposure they have, cannot be bought with money. So if you have any idea, please come on. Let's see how we can work together. I'm not promising
that every idea will be funded. Because some of the ideas you have, probably we've done some things about it, or we are doing something about it. You might not know. It's just a matter of telling you already how this, can we manage it? Can we manage it? Can we do this? Can we do that? So, madam, we are proud of you as a government. We are proud of you. I am personally proud of you as a commissioner. I have talked about you on every platform. I have cited you, I have mentioned your name. In fact, when I was talking to my pastor last night, my pastor said, I will not be coming to office on time, and I want you to join me as well. He said, but I don't let you go, and he had money, and she knew my mom for So the ministry knows her, and for the good, we have the director of human capital development here. Stand up for it. Thank you. They work together to train teachers in the state. So thank you, madam. We appreciate you. And on the book, because I have to leave now, please. On the book, as a civil servant or public servant, no, we do not have money. But people think we have money. And we are not ready to fight that. We will not change anybody's mind. At times we become a commissioner to see how rich you can be. You see money there. You see Wahala and you are like, how? Is it because of the commissioners are facing all this? Because by the time you start giving everybody that asks you, well, like, you can't be not anything. We don't understand now. All of us will go crazy. We like that. And then people who are living in the Akishioloshi. I like to speak about that. That is not easy for me. Akishioloshi or Akishiolo. It's not even befitting of any public office holder to boast of being rich. It's not befitting. So Akishiolo. But honestly speaking, I know the content of the book, I know its worth, I know what it can do to our education sector in the state. Imagine every teacher having something like this, or somebody, any teacher that teaches AI. So whatever it takes, I'm promising you now that aside from my own personal donation, I'm promising you that I'll put this before His Excellency for adoption in our schools, and at the same time, not just government we also ensure that we buy significant number of the books to ensure that we should share across the states. I hope you heard the promise. I'll put it forward to His Excellency. I hope with the prayers of mine, His Excellency, as he has always been doing, will approve and will have it done. And we will promise what I cannot deliver. Don't do that. So, but I will put it forward and try to convince His Excellency to see the worth of the book so that we can buy a significant number of the books for schools. And personally, I will send you my own donation, and of course, it's not going to be something small. It will not be too big. It will be no, especially teachers, they want to say, so. Now you bring it around. Commissioner, so please. And the final note, I say, please, all the teachers, teachers. Yes, I can see principals who have your phone, your teachers from I want to say a big thank you for what you are doing in our classes. His Excellency sees your sacrifice. He appreciates your commitment and to never go unrewarded. Thank you for every step you take in making sure we move ahead as a state. Thank you for every word you speak in the class while you are teaching our children. Thank you for every step you take to school, every step you take back home. May God bless you. I have just one prayer for you. May your own children be more successful than you are, and may you witness their greatness. Thank you, and may God bless you. Please do that.
Can we give the honorable court standing ovation? Honorable Commissioner, sir, we would love you to do this on Monday. Please, just 5 minutes more. We would love to have you in the opinion picture, sir. Yes, we are doing now. Now, yes, sir. Thank you very much. Please can we give another question? Please, members of the high table, please let's come forward. Please, let's come forward as we have the unveiling of this book, and of course, we allow the other subscribers to go on with the launching. I want to also welcome Professor, special guest